question. I think it begs the fact that I think of myself as being successful. And I know that I'm sounding really like, sort of fake humility when I say that. But there's a lot of failure in what I do. There really is. There's a lot of work that I have tried to create, and it doesn't meet the mark of where I wanted it to be. So I'm still trying to figure out the answer to the question of what skills does one need to have a great success as a collaborator. And I think awareness about to never be impressed with yourself is probably a good running start. To have a serious dosage of humility as you move forward. So I mean, I kind of want to give you some answers that are productive that someone can use, but I really kind of want to hold on to that. I mean, there's a lot of projects that I've created over the years that are participatory. I mean, I can start naming them by names that haven't met the mark of where I wanted them to be. You know what I mean? And I'm still trying to figure out how to make those work. And the odd thing is that people from the outside look in and go, "Oh, that's great success," and I look at them and go, So I tell people to fail forward a lot. I really do. And I was just talking to a bunch of scholarship winners on Friday, and I was telling them, fail forward. If you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. And I think I know how to be successful if I were to just stick to one thing and be known for that, like making whatever. But I think the reason that my path isn't as exponential or as stellar as perhaps even I would want it to be, is because I keep on trying to experiment and innovate and break it and start it again and do that. And at the end of the day, I think that's my success, my ability to do that time and time again. Because I think as I do that, I learn from the mistakes, the same way I learned to do art by trying to problem solve. I didn't read some handbook, and trying to figure it out and do it. I think I do the same thing here. Some broad things I think that are helpful are the following: is to be open sourced, not to be, just working with your group of peers, but to bring in science and have science teach you how to think in a certain way, that you wouldn't have otherwise done had you just stuck to what you did. So I think the interdisciplinary aspect of my being, the fact that I have degrees from a bunch of different places, that it's not all one discipline, I think is very useful because it allows me to be more flexible, more malleable. So I think that's an important token, or it's an important value. I think another important value in collaboration is the ability to communicate and communicate openly. And sometimes, in everything I'm telling you, there's a bunch of places where I fail with that, but just generally, I guess I won't be so self-deprecating, and I'll just tell you what the good things are, right? So I think, to be able to communicate with others, to be a really good listener, and to understand, what a win means to the groups you have to work with. So in working with the Reclamation Project, it's like, what does the school need? What does the museum need? What does Durham need? What do different people need what does the store owner need? If you were going to take their entire window, they're not going to let you put the seedling on the wall, but if you're just taking a corner, they will. So to be able to do that is good. I think another thing is to always be curious, to never be bored with yourself. I think that's really important, to always try to find, new approaches, not to not take yourself so seriously that you think that you've innovated and now you're done, and now you're stuck on this thing. That I think you need to have that to have the awareness that there is no quick fix, and when you think you fix something, that only opens up 10 more doors that you need to fix. That there is no end, that it's all a big path of the journey. And I think the most important thing for a collaborator is just to be genuine. I think at the end of the day, what allows me to continue collaborating is that when I ask you to partner with me on a project, it's because I care about it. So I think being able to have that integrity allows people to trust you. Because when you're collaborating, you're getting out of your comfort zone, and now you have to trust someone that you don't know. So having that, I think, as just being faithful to what you do, being passionate about it, not taking yourself so seriously, and being not just able but willing to fail, but try to fail forward. And by that I mean you have to know where you want to go. I think at the end of the day, people collaborate because opportunities fall as opposed to having a vision as to where they're headed. And if the opportunities fall in their lap, so it's like, oh, or there's a grant and we're going to follow those grant dollars, right? And I think the better collaboration is you have a sense of what you want to do, and then you invite people to come and work with you in that regard. And then you fail forward, but you know that the reason you failed is you were really adamant about getting to this point, not because you were, following something that really wasn't that important to you.